beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur. They can beat up everybody else.
However, if I was pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or two before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's going to become to beat.
The reason I embarked on this whole thing that I just went into is because he reminds me of Stevenson a little bit, Davis. Their styles are similar. They control the outside with the jab and counters. Good defense. Play it safe.
Put some on steak in there and make sure it's on the mat.
Not scared, it just makes yourself look scary.
So you're saying he should have just ate, didn't care about the next weigh-in?
Boxing experts are questioning Devin Haney's recent hesitation, while Roy Jones Jr. breaks down the challenges of managing weight and cautions that Keyshawn Davis's experience and unconventional style could pose major problems for Dion if the two step into the ring.
He's right back at the top of his game. Devin showed that the weight loss was probably causing him to not have as good punch resistance, and it also probably wasn't causing him to have as much power or explosiveness as he has. He showed tremendous power, tremendous punch resistance in that fight against Norman, and for him to do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keyshawn comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's going to be a very interesting fight, because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I also said that, he's not just back, he's different. You understand me? I mean, you got to have that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy. You can never count
Former
him out.
world champion Timothy Bradley applauds Keyshawn Davis for his sharp skills and unwavering confidence, while questioning Devin Haney's team tactics and hinting that there may be some hesitation coming from their camp.
You already know his daddy didn't know what the hell he was doing. I told you to go chase some goddamn chickens. I told you don't need to be able to pick up them feet and punch coming forward without falling the fuck over. Yeah, you fell in. Keyshawn ain't gonna fall in on your ass unless he want to. Yeah, Keyshawn can throw punches as he's entering mid-range and still keep his damn distance. And he can back up out of range if he need to at the same time. He can go backwards, forward, side to side, whatever, man, like some damn switches. Yeah, on the 62 Impala, baby. Yeah. Oh, he got that power, too. Oh, he got that power. All that, hey, clinching, hugging and stuff. I'm telling you, yeah, I already know, Bill, you don't want none of no damn Keyshawn. I know you don't want none. I know Dev will fight anybody. Dev crazy as hell. Yeah, that boy fight anybody.
Keyshawn Davis alleges that Devin Haney seems afraid to face him, pointing out that Haney avoids direct communication and instead relies on Bill Haney to handle all fight-related discussions.
Bill always used to be like, oh, the business, man. Like, he showed me amazing love. And Devin Haney was just the one that just act like he couldn't see me, which I knew, like, oh, you probably scared. Oh, you probably got something to her. I don't know what it was. But I never seen Bill show me so much love, and Devin didn't. Like, it was always like the same thing, but when it came to me, it was different. But now that is weird, because now it's like, damn. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, one time on Twitter, like back in, just like a little personal, but like, he called me B-word one time on Twitter. And I'm like, you grown as hell, why you even coming at a kid like that? But I'm like, all right, but I respect you differently now, you know? And ever since then, I just look at them differently, like, okay, bet. When I get myself in a real opportunity, I'm gunning for y'all. Super gunning for y'all. And when I see him at the weigh-ins, I don't remember back then. I just remember him saying that.
Right.
But I see him at the weigh-ins for...
Bill Haney insists that Keyshawn needs to make the fight happen, claiming that Davis backed out continuing serious negotiations about.
A lot of people feel like maybe Devin hasn't responded to Keyshawn since, the whole... He did say that he'll take Lil Bruh in any order. But
listen, listen, it's me. It's me. I'm not paying Keyshawn no attention. You dig? Because listen, every time I talked to him, I told him in his face, I said, you didn't have to fight this fight. You could have talked to me and we could have been making this thing happen, right? He told me, he says, I know. He said, I know. He said, I said, okay, I got you in the DMs. I got the DM on your word on it, right? I said, when you get through fighting, is Devin next? Do you want to fight Devin next? He said, yes. And then he switched over and said he wanted to fight Crocker.
I saw that.
I said, Crocker? I said, oh yeah, I ain't with you. I said, I'm not with you ever again. Now listen. I said, I'm not. I said, no, I'm not with him. I said, no, I ain't with him, right? he went and did the brick. He did the brick. He went on the tear. I hit him in the DM. I said, "You want what the people want?" The people were screaming that Ryan is back, that he had a hell of a performance. He has a belt. He's in the same division. Of course, if we went with Mario Barrios, they first with our relationship with the WBC, everybody would have said we was cherry picking. You know what I mean? So the only splash that we could make, and just like you said all the time, is they want us to fight the tough competition. But that's why Devin is Debo.
If you fight Ryan, do you need him to be in 24/7, 365 testing? Is that like a no?
No. We just need him to test. It's not going to take 365 days to whip his ass. So we don't need him tested for 365. We just need him tested from now until when the fight.
Bill Haney points out that numerous fans are calling for a rematch with Ryan Garcia following his recent comeback and title win.
Keyshawn or Devin or fighting Shakur or Devin, or Keyshawn, Devin fighting either one of those guys, that's a turned up fight. Him, Tank, that's all that turned up. Feel me? Them is the fights right there. Them is the crest of the crest. People want to see turned up fights.
Obviously, Bill Haney's get lots of praises for his matchmaking lately. Obviously with the Terrence Crawford and Canelo, and obviously Devin Haney's career, right? But
I think he didn't have no matchmaking with that. I mean, he did put that bug in Crawford's ear, but that's it. How far are we gonna go with that?
they asked him what made you feel like you could move up to fight,
Yeah.
Canelo, and
But
it's
I said he put the bug in his ear. That's it. He just put the bug in his ear.
Boxing analyst Bernie Faxon challenges Bill Haney's matchmaking decisions and urges Devin Haney to step up and face either Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson to truly prove his worth.
Both guys are champions, unifying on the line, and they've been going back and forth on Twitter the last couple of days. It's been pretty crazy. So let's get into it. We have Ryan. It's time to end you. It's time. You will be erased. I heard you speak in my name. If this is what you want, let's start discussions. Mark my words. You'll never fight again after this. So let that sink in and accept it before you. Not just, hey, I'm going to smoke you again. Hey, you're not on my level. I'm going to beat you pillar to post. He said, I'm going to beat you so bad you never fight again. I'm going to erase you. That's the confidence level Ryan Garcia is coming in. Is that because of his performance versus Mario Barrios or the performance versus Devin Haney? Or just a combination of knowing what he did in the Haney fight and knowing how much better he's gotten since? I don't know.
Wade Plemons talks about Devin Haney's back and forth with Ryan Garcia, criticizing him for not focusing on a potential matchup with Keyshawn Davis.
It's going to be the next one. Yeah, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to stop Ortiz, and he stopped his ass. Shit, I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. He stopped his ass. Keyshawn ran through Ortiz. And Ortiz didn't know what to do. Ortiz was like, ain't nothing working. Well, what can I do? Let me switch southpaw. Let me switch off. Bing, 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 bing. Let me go orthodox. Bing, bing, bing. Let me try to get in my rhythm. Bing, bing. Let me try to change guard. Bing, 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 bing. Everything he did, it got taken away from his. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to freaking Devin Haney. He get in there with Keyshawn Davis. Everything you do. I know your every move, Dev. Yeah, I do. I do know your every move, Dev. For real. And you don't think Keyshawn know it? Keyshawn sees it. He see what he can do to get your.
According to Timothy Bradley, Keyshawn Davis moves fluidly in every direction and possesses genuine punching power to back up his skills. Bradley highlighted how Davis accurately predicted he would stop Jermaine Ortiz, and then did so in dominant fashion. Ortiz tried everything, from switching stances to altering his rhythm, but nothing worked. Every adjustment was quickly countered as Davis controlled the exchanges with precise timing and sharp accuracy. Bradley stressed that this level of ring awareness and adaptability makes Davis a threat to anyone. He even suggested that the same relentless pressure and tactical precision could give Devin Haney trouble, noting that Davis carefully studies his opponents and recognizes their patterns before stepping into the ring.
In the contract, you literally seen Keyshawn and Bill Haney agreed to fight each other in person and all this type of stuff. And the fans start getting involved, putting out their own fight predictions, like, yeah, this would happen and I would favor this. You don't see me doing that. And there's a specific reason. I don't waste time. I'm definitely not lazy, but I don't believe in wasted energy. What's the point? What's the point of me wasting my energy and saying 1,000 words? There's 1,000 words that I could say. You know what I mean? get my Justin Timberlake on, Ego Timberlake, saying 1,000 words, and then I never get a conclusion. What's the point of me putting out? If you notice my channel, I don't put out no fight predictions if it ain't a signed fight. What's the